This is Harley Quinn, chaotic, dangerous, and impossible to resist. Jennifer Check seduced her high school crushes, then devoured them. And Maleficent, she made evil look like royalty. And those are just a few of the 20 dangerously sexy female villains I'm about to show you. Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman in Batman Returns 1992 is the definition of sexy and dangerous. Before transforming into the fierce feline villain, Selina Kyle was just a timid secretary working for the corrupt businessman Max Schreck. But when she stumbled upon his dirty secrets, he silenced her the hard way by pushing her out of a window. Miraculously, she survived and came back with a vengeance, reinventing herself as the unpredictable and seductive Catwoman. Dressed in a sleek, skin-tight latex catsuit, Catwoman oozes confidence and raw appeal. Her every move is both graceful and deadly, making her one of the most unforgettable villains in cinema history. She's not just a side character, she steals the spotlight with her unpredictable nature, quick wit, and undeniable charm. Of course, a performance this iconic could only come from an actress like Michelle Pfeiffer. Born on April 29, 1958, in Santa Ana, California, Pfeiffer built a legendary career with her talent and versatility. Catwoman used her charm and agility to get what she wanted, but our next villain plays a much more dangerous mind game. Catherine Trammell, Basic Instinct. Sharon Stone's portrayal of Catherine Trammell in Basic Instinct 1992 redefined what it meant to be a seductive and dangerous femme fatale. As the film's main antagonist, Catherine is more than just a beautiful woman. She's a master manipulator who uses her sexuality as a weapon. Intelligent, confident, and unpredictable, she keeps everyone around her under her spell, controlling them like pieces on a chessboard. From the moment she appears on screen, Catherine commands attention. She exudes an air of mystery and danger, making it impossible to tell whether she's a cold-blooded killer or just an innocent bystander caught in a deadly game. Her seductive charm isn't just about her looks, it's in the way she talks, moves, and plays mind games with those who think they have the upper hand. It's no surprise that her infamous interrogation scene remains one of the most iconic moments in movie history. Sharon Stone, born on March 10, 1958 in Meadville, Pennsylvania, was the perfect choice for this role. A former model turned actress, Stone became a household name in the 1990s, and Basic Instinct catapulted her to superstardom. She wasn't just playing a character, she became Catherine Trammell, blending intelligence, beauty, and danger into one unforgettable performance. Manipulation and mind games made Catherine Trammell deadly, yet this one is a whole different kind of crazy. Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn is the perfect mix of chaos, charm, and danger. Before becoming the unpredictable anti-hero we know, she was Dr. Harleen Quinzel, a brilliant psychiatrist who fell for the Joker and transformed into his devoted partner in crime. Originally created for Batman, the animated series in 1992, Harley made her big-screen debut in Suicide Squad 2016 and later returned in The Suicide Squad 2021, with Robbie bringing her to life in a way no one else could. Harley isn't just another villain, she's a complex character, balancing madness and vulnerability. She's ruthless, having helped the Joker murder Jason Todd and even tortured Batman, yet there's more to her than just violence. Beneath the craziness, she's a tragic figure, shaped by an abusive relationship and a desperate need for love. But what makes her truly captivating is her struggle for independence. Over time, she breaks free from the Joker's control, proving she's more than just his sidekick. She perfectly captures Harley's wild energy, unpredictable nature, and undeniable charisma, making it impossible to look away whenever she's on screen. While Harley's chaotic energy remains unmatched, another prefers precise and calculated moves of wielding control. Elle Driver, Kill Bill, Volume 1 and 2. Elle Driver, also known as California Mountain Snake, is one of the most ruthless assassins in Kill Bill, Volume 1 and 2. A key member of the deadly Viper assassination squad, Elle is instantly recognizable by her signature eye patch, a lasting mark from a brutal encounter with martial arts master Pai Mei. But don't let that fool you. She's as dangerous as they come, and she doesn't play fair. Unlike some of the other assassins in the squad, Elle has no tragic backstory or redeeming qualities. She's pure evil, cold, calculated, and willing to do whatever it takes to win. Whether she's poisoning Pai Mei or mocking Beatrix Kiddo, Elle thrives on cruelty. She considers herself Beatrix's equal, but her arrogance often gets the best of her. She's skilled with a sword, but when faced with a true warrior, she's not above using cheap tricks to survive. Daryl Hannah, born December 3, 1960, brings Elle Driver to life with a perfect mix of elegance and menace. Known for her roles in Blade Runner and Splash, Hannah transforms completely into this ruthless killer, making Elle one of the most memorable villains in Tarantino's world, where blades and poison attack, the realm of dark magic and vengeance remains unmatched. Let's up is Maleficent. Maleficent. Angelina Jolie's Maleficent is not just any villain, she's a dark fairy with a heartbreaking past and an unforgettable presence. First introduced in Disney's Sleeping Beauty as a classic evil sorceress, Maleficent 2014 reimagines her story, showing the betrayal that turned her into a vengeful force. Once a kind and powerful fairy, she is deceived by the man she loves, who steals her wings to gain the throne. Consumed by anger, she places a curse on his newborn daughter, Aurora. But as time passes, Maleficent's hatred softens, revealing a more complex and compassionate side to the so-called villain. Angelina Jolie embodies Maleficent with chilling elegance. From her striking horns to her piercing gaze, she brings the character to life in a way that's both fierce and deeply emotional. She reprised the role in Maleficent, Mistress of Evil 2019, and is set to return in Maleficent 3, proving that this is one of her most iconic performances. Jolie herself is a Hollywood powerhouse. Born on June 4, 1975, she skyrocketed to fame with Girl, Interrupted 1999, earning an Oscar, and later dominated action films with roles in Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and Salt. Beyond acting, she's a dedicated humanitarian, making her influence felt both on and off the screen. With Maleficent, Jolie gave the world a villain who wasn't just wicked, she was wounded, powerful, and unforgettable. Maleficent was feared for her magic, but Queen Ravenna, she is obsessed with something even more dangerous. Queen Ravenna, Snow White and the Huntsman. Charlize Theron's Queen Ravenna in Snow White and the Huntsman 2012 is a villain dripping with power, vanity, and sheer cruelty. As the tyrannical ruler of Tabor, she is obsessed with her own beauty and youth, stopping at nothing to maintain her reign. But when she learns that her stepdaughter, Snow White, is destined to surpass her as the fairest one of all, her obsession turns deadly. Manipulative and ruthless, Ravenna drains the life of young women to keep herself looking youthful, proving she will do anything to hold on to her throne. Theron delivers a chilling performance, commanding every scene with her piercing gaze and sharp, calculated presence. Whether she's casting dark magic or delivering icy monologues, she makes Ravenna unforgettable. Her role was so powerful that she reprised it in The Huntsman, Winter's War 2016, solidifying Queen Ravenna as one of modern cinema's most mesmerizing villains. Charlize Theron was born on August 7, 1975, in South Africa, and she is one of Hollywood's highest-paid actresses. Known for her versatility, she has played everything from action heroes in Mad Max, Fury Road, to serial killers in Monster, a role that won her an Academy Award. Beyond acting, she's a successful producer and an advocate for human rights. Ravenna's beauty holds dark secrets. But have you seen Mystique? Mystique X-Men series. Mystique, played by Rebecca Romijn in the original X-Men trilogy, 2000-2006, is one of the franchise's most fascinating and deadly villains. A mutant shapeshifter, she can rearrange her biological cells at will, allowing her to mimic the appearance of anyone she chooses. This makes her the ultimate infiltrator, capable of deception on a level no other character can match. Her abilities, combined with her cold and calculated demeanor, make her a crucial asset to Magneto's Brotherhood of Mutants. But Mystique isn't just a ruthless villain, she's also a tragic figure. Living in a world that fears and rejects mutants, she learns to use her powers as a weapon, hiding in plain sight while working to dismantle those who seek to control or eliminate her kind. However, everything changes when she loses her powers. Stripped of her mutant identity, Mystique becomes consumed by rage, lashing out at those around her. Without her abilities, she is left vulnerable, bitter, and desperate for vengeance. Rebecca Romijn, born on November 6, 1972, brought Mystique to life with an unforgettable performance. She was a model before becoming an actress. She perfectly captured the character's mix of elegance, danger, and raw emotion. Her portrayal set the standard for the role. Mystique may be a master of disguise, however, there is one who doesn't need to hide. The Baroness, G.I. Joe series. The Baroness, played by Sienna Miller in G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, 2009, is the definition of deadly elegance. As Cobra's intelligence officer, she is ruthless, highly skilled, and dangerously seductive. With her signature dark hair, glasses, and sleek leather outfit, she commands attention the moment she steps on screen. But she's not just about style, she's a lethal force. Introduced in G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, 1982, the Baroness has long been a key figure in the G.I. Joe universe. She is a master of espionage, deception, and combat, making her one of the most dangerous adversaries the Joes have ever faced. Her loyalty to Cobra is unwavering, and she thrives on power and destruction. Sienna Miller, born on December 28, 1981, brought this iconic villain to life with a mix of charm, menace, and intensity. Before stepping into the world of G.I. Joe, she started as a photography model before transitioning to acting. With roles in films across different genres, Miller has proven her versatility, but her take on the Baroness remains one of her most memorable performances. performances. With a striking look, a deadly skill set, and an attitude that screams power, the Baroness is a villain who leaves a lasting impression. Fans of G.I. Joe knows when she's on the scene, trouble isn't far behind. Deception is the Baroness's game, but our next villain takes betrayal to a whole new level. Laurie Quaid, Total Recall. Laurie Quaid, played by Kate Beckinsale in the 2012 remake of Total Recall, is a fierce and relentless antagonist. At first, she appears to be just an ordinary wife to Douglas Quaid, but it doesn't take long for the truth to come out. She's actually a highly trained operative working for the corrupt leader, Velos Cohagen. Her mission? To keep an eye on Quaid and eliminate him if necessary. Unlike the typical villain with a tragic backstory, Laurie is pure danger, wrapped in a stunning, lethal package. She's skilled in combat, ruthless in her approach, and has no hesitation when it comes to taking down her target. Her relentless pursuit of Quaid keeps the film's action sequences intense, proving she's more than just a secondary antagonist. She's a force to be reckoned with. Kate Beckinsale, known for her roles in action-packed films like Underworld, brings Laurie to life with a perfect mix of elegance and menace. Born on July 26, 1973, in London, Beckinsale made a name for herself in Hollywood with her ability to balance beauty, charm, and deadly precision in her performances. Laurie Quaid may not be the mastermind behind Total Recall's conspiracy, but she's undoubtedly one of the film's most memorable villains. Laurie Quaid proved that love can be a deadly illusion, but our next villain is a warrior who commands an entire navy. Artemisia, 300, Rise of an Empire. Artemisia, played by Ava Green in 300, Rise of an Empire, 2014, is the film's fierce and vengeful antagonist. As the ruthless naval commander of the Persian fleet, she is the driving force behind the war, orchestrating brutal attacks with deadly precision. Though she wasn't physically present in 300, 2006, her influence loomed over the events, making her one of the most powerful figures in the story. Artemisia's thirst for vengeance is deeply personal. After witnessing the slaughter of her family at the hands of the Greeks and enduring years of captivity and abuse, she transforms into a warrior with one goal: destroying those who wronged her. She manipulates Xerxes into becoming a god king, eliminating his closest allies to secure her control over the Persian Empire. Eva Green, born on July 6, 1980, is known for her bold and unforgettable performances in both blockbuster and independent films. With her intense screen presence and ability to play dark, complex characters, she brings Artemisia to life in a way that is both captivating and terrifying. Artemisia might have fought with strategy and brute force, yet who beats a killing machine? The TX, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. The TX, also known as the Terminatrix, is the ultimate killing machine in Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, 2003. Designed to be even deadlier than her predecessors, she is a highly advanced Terminator sent back in time to eliminate John Connor and other key resistance members before they can rise against Skynet. Unlike the T-800 and T-1000, the TX is a terrifying combination of both a liquid metal exterior for shapeshifting and a powerful endoskeleton packed with built-in weaponry, making her nearly unstoppable. Portrayed by Kristanna Loken, the TX is not just a mindless machine, she's efficient, relentless, and disturbingly human-like in her expressions and actions. Her cold, calculating nature is matched by an almost eerie confidence, making her one of the most intimidating villains in the Terminator franchise. She can mimic voices, hack into systems, and even control other machines, proving that she's far more than just a simple assassin. Kristanna Loken's portrayal of the TX brought a new kind of menace to the series. With her icy stare, athletic build, and ruthless precision, she perfectly embodied the role of a next-level Terminator. With her unmatched combat skills, deadly technology, and merciless drive to complete her mission, the TX remains one of the most formidable enemies John Connor has ever faced. The TX is a technological nightmare, but the next villain is a supernatural queen with an insatiable thirst for power. Akasha, Queen of the Damned. Akasha, the world's first vampire and the terrifying queen of Anne Rice's The Vampire Chronicles, is the ultimate villain in Queen of the Damned, 2002. Played by Aaliyah, she is an ancient and powerful being with a thirst for domination, ruling over vampires with cruelty and an insatiable hunger for destruction. As the mother of all vampires, Akasha sees herself as a goddess, believing that humans exist only to serve her. Her goal? To wipe out the weak and create a world where she reigns supreme. What makes Akasha so captivating is her mix of elegance and menace. effortless. Aaliyah's performance gave the character an almost hypnotic presence. Every movement, every glance, carried both seduction and danger. She didn't just play a villain, she embodied one, making Akasha both irresistible and terrifying. Whether she's effortlessly destroying her enemies or commanding loyalty with just a whisper, she leaves no doubt that she is an unstoppable force. Aaliyah, known for her groundbreaking music career, brought the same level of star power to her role in Queen of the Damned. Sadly, this would be her final film, as she tragically passed away in a plane crash in 2001 before the movie's release. Despite her short time on screen, her portrayal of Akasha remains one of the most iconic female villains in horror fantasy cinema. Our next villain is a former hero turned against her own, Jill Valentine. Jill Valentine, played by Sienna Guillory, is one of the most recognizable characters in the Resident Evil film franchise. Originally a skilled and fearless hero, Jill takes a dark turn in Resident Evil Retribution when she is brainwashed by the Umbrella Corporation. With a mind control device attached to her chest, she is stripped of her free will and transformed into a cold, relentless enforcer. As one of Umbrella's deadliest operatives, Jill is tasked with hunting down Alice, showing no emotion or hesitation as she carries out her orders. Her exceptional combat skills, sharp instincts, and ruthless efficiency make her a nearly unstoppable force. What makes her character even more compelling is the tragic shift from hero to villain, once a fighter for good, now a pawn in Umbrella's twisted game. Sienna Guillory, an English actress and former model, first took on the role in Resident Evil Apocalypse and reprised it in later films. She perfectly captured both sides of Jill, the determined warrior and the emotionless antagonist. Her portrayal added depth to the character, making her more than just another brainwashed soldier. Jill's transformation into a villain made for some of the most intense moments in the franchise. Fans couldn't help but root for her redemption, proving that even when she was the enemy, she remained one of Resident Evil's most iconic characters. Jill Valentine was controlled by an external force, but Cersei controls everything around her. Cersei Lannister, Game of Thrones. Cersei Lannister, played by Lena Headey in Game of Thrones, is one of the most cunning and ruthless characters in the series. As a member of House Lannister, she is determined to hold on to power at any cost, using manipulation, fear, and political strategy to control both allies and enemies. From the moment she is introduced, it's clear that Cersei is not just another noblewoman, she is a master at playing the game. Her relationships are as complicated as her ambitions. She sees love as both a weapon and a weakness, especially when it comes to Jaime, her twin brother, and her children, whom she fiercely protects. But her love is often twisted by her need for control, making her just as feared as she is respected. Whether she's outmaneuvering her rivals or orchestrating devastating betrayals, Cersei is always several steps ahead. Lena Headey, an English actress born on October 3rd, 1973, delivered an unforgettable performance as the cold and calculating queen. Her portrayal earned widespread acclaim, making Cersei one of the most iconic villains in television history. Love her or hate her, Cersei Lannister was a force to be reckoned with, one who proved that in the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. Cersei knew how to hold a room, but our next villain, she doesn't just command attention, she hypnotizes it. Santanico Pandemonium, From Dusk Till Dawn. Santanico Pandemonium, played by Salma Hayek in From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996, is the ultimate femme fatale, seductive, mysterious, and absolutely lethal. Introduced as a mesmerizing exotic dancer at the infamous Titty Twister, she commands the stage with hypnotic allure, captivating everyone in the room. But beneath her beauty lies something far more terrifying. As the queen of the vampires, Santanico doesn't just lure victims, she ensnares them in a deadly trap, revealing her monstrous true form once they are too entranced to escape. Her transformation from alluring performer to vicious predator is one of the most unforgettable moments in horror cinema, proving that danger often comes wrapped in the most enticing package. Salma Hayek, born on September 2nd, 1966, in Coatzacoalcos, Mexico, brought Santanico to life with an unforgettable performance. Despite having minimal dialogue, she left a lasting impact with her striking presence, mesmerizing dance, and terrifying reveal. Madison Lee, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle. Madison Lee, played by Demi Moore in Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, 2003, is not just a villain, she's a fallen legend. Once the greatest of Charlie's Angels, she had the skills, intelligence, and charisma to be unstoppable. But unlike her teammates, Madison refused to work as part of a unit. She was reckless, arrogant, and convinced she was better than the rest. After nearly dying in the DeSoto case due to her own overconfidence, she turned her back on Charlie and everything the Angels stood for. Instead of fighting for justice, she pursued power, selling out her former allies allies and leaking sensitive information to crime syndicates. Madison saw teamwork as a weakness and believed she was destined for something greater, even if it meant betraying those who once had her back. Demi Moore, born on November 11, 1962, brought Madison Lee to life with a perfect blend of elegance, menace, and undeniable star power. With her striking presence and flawless combat skills, she was a formidable opponent for the Angels, proving to be just as deadly as she was beautiful. Once a hero, she let her ego drive her to the dark side, proving that sometimes the most dangerous enemy is the one who knows all your secrets. Unlike Madison Lee, who fights, Amy Elliott Dunn's mind games are enough to destroy lives. Amy Elliott Dunn, Gone Girl. Amy Elliott Dunn, portrayed by Rosamund Pike in Gone Girl 2014, is one of the most chilling and brilliant villains in modern cinema. A master manipulator, she creates an elaborate scheme to frame her husband for her murder after discovering his infidelity. Every step of her plan is executed with precision, proving that she isn't just intelligent, she's terrifyingly meticulous. What makes Amy such a fascinating character is her ability to control every narrative. She shifts from the charming, picture-perfect wife to a vengeful mastermind with terrifying ease. Whether she's creating a diary full of fabricated abuse or manipulating the media to paint herself as a victim, she ensures that everyone sees exactly what she wants them to. Rosamund Pike, born in 1979, delivered a stunning performance, turning Amy into an unforgettable figure in psychological thrillers. She effortlessly captured both the allure and the danger of Amy, making audiences question just how far someone could go for revenge. Amy Elliott Dunn isn't just a villain, she's a force of nature, cold, calculated, and always one step ahead. Amy manipulated people effortlessly, yes, but who needs others when she controls nature itself? Poison Ivy, Batman and Robin. Poison Ivy, played by Uma Thurman in Batman and Robin 1997, is one of Gotham's most dangerous and seductive villains. Once a kind-hearted botanist named Dr. Pamela Isley, her life took a dark turn after a failed assassination attempt by Dr. Jason Woodrue. Instead of dying, she was reborn as Poison Ivy, a half-woman, half-plant eco-terrorist with a deadly touch. Her transformation gave her enhanced abilities, including toxic lips, immunity to poisons, and the power to control plants to do her bidding. Despite her alluring beauty, Poison Ivy is as dangerous as her name suggests. She uses her charm and intelligence to manipulate those around her, all in the name of protecting the natural world. With an obsession for plant life and a deep hatred for humanity's destruction of nature, she stops at nothing to carry out her green agenda, even if it means eliminating anyone who stands in her way. Uma Thurman brought Poison Ivy to life with an over-the-top yet unforgettable performance, mixing elegance with a touch of campy villainy. Her sultry voice, exaggerated mannerisms, and fiery red hair made her one of the most visually striking characters in the Batman franchise. Though Batman and Robin wasn't well received, Thurman's take on Poison Ivy remains iconic, influencing future portrayals of the character. With her intoxicating charm and lethal abilities, Poison Ivy proves that sometimes the most beautiful things in nature can also be the most deadly. Unlike Poison Ivy, who sees herself as a goddess of nature, Hela is a literal goddess. Hela, Thor, Ragnarok. Hela, played by the legendary Cate Blanchett in Thor Ragnarok 2017, is one of the most fearsome villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As the firstborn of Odin and the rightful heir to Asgard, she is far more than just another power-hungry antagonist. She is the goddess of death, a relentless force of destruction who stops at nothing to reclaim her throne. From the moment she shatters Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, with effortless ease, it's clear that Hela is unlike any enemy the god of thunder has faced before. Unleashed from imprisonment, she wastes no time in asserting her dominance, cutting down Asgard's army without hesitation. With the ability to summon deadly weapons at will and an undead army at her command, she proves to be nearly unstoppable. Her rule is built on fear, and she revels in the chaos she creates, determined to restore Asgard's former days of conquest. Cate Blanchett, a two-time Academy Award-winning actress, brings Hela to life with a perfect mix of elegance and menace. Her sharp wit, commanding presence, and effortless cruelty make her a villain you can't take your eyes off. She balances theatrical flair with genuine menace, making Hela one of the most memorable foes in the Thor franchise. With her deadly grace, immense power, and ruthless ambition, Hela isn't just a villain, she's a force of nature. Although Hela may have conquered worlds, Jennifer Check is as seductive as she is sinister. Jennifer Check, Jennifer's Body. Jennifer Check, played by Megan Fox in Jennifer's Body, 2009, is a cheerleader turned demon who goes on a deadly rampage. After being offered as a virgin sacrifice by the rock band Low Shoulder in exchange for fame, Jennifer is possessed by a demonic force. The problem? She wasn't actually a virgin, which means instead of dying, she becomes a flesh-hungry killer with supernatural abilities. At first, Jennifer appears the same beautiful, confident, and popular, but beneath the surface, she's something else entirely. To survive, she must feast on human flesh, and she chooses her victims carefully, targeting unsuspecting teenage boys. Her best friend, Needy, Amanda Seyfried, starts noticing the terrifying changes in Jennifer and realizes she has to stop her before more people die. Megan Fox brought Jennifer to life with a mix of seduction, dark humor, and pure horror. Her performance made Jennifer a standout horror villain, blending teen movie tropes with supernatural terror. The film itself has gained a cult following over the years, with fans appreciating its mix of comedy, horror, and feminist undertones. Jennifer Check is more than just a high school mean girl. She's a monster hiding in plain sight, using her beauty to lure in prey before revealing her true, terrifying nature. We have come to the end of our countdown. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching this video, click on one of the cards playing on your screen to watch more similar contents.